Sorry about moving y'all around like that. I was just trying to get my camera straight so I wasn't right up in y'all's Kool-Aid. Hi, Jackie here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show some of the new birthday things that I got. This month is my birthday, and my sister already gave me my present. And I'm going to show you what I bought myself. So how's everybody doing today? Hi, Harley's Vape Lounge. How you doing today? Yeah, I'm just going to show what I got myself for my birthday and what my sister got me. Now, I'm a big crafter and I'm still, well, good. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm still getting started. I shouldn't say that. I've been doing this for over a year now, but I take my time and try to master one thing before I take on something else. Uh, to begin with, I just bought all kinds of stuff, all kinds of shit. And I was just, jumping from thing to thing, and I could never get anything perfected or get it down good. And so, going to Pennsylvania. Oh, okay. You have family there, or is you got to go to the doctor or something? I hope everything's okay. When I first started crafting, like I said, I've just bounced around, and I never. Hi, Audrey Reed. How are you doing? I just bounced around from project to project and I never got anything accomplished. Well, here a few months ago, I started working strictly on traveler's notebooks and I've gotten pretty good at that now. I'm going to show you. Where the hell did I put it? I was going to show you the one. Oh, here it is that I'm finishing up right now for a friend. I'll be giving it to them Monday. It's a Oh, your aunt lives in Pennsylvania. Okay. This is one I'm almost finished with. Hi, Buttercups Bunny, for a friend of mine. And it's black and white paper and got a little black and white bow. And you probably think, why black and white? Why is this whole thing in this kind of color? Because the person's colorblind. So they're not going to know what color it is no matter what. But I did make it so that it's consistent. And there's 3 notebooks in it and they're all done in the same paper like that. And there's 2 page markers here, just a little round one in the rose gold and then a little clip right there in the rose gold. And then I added a paper clip and it's the black and white paper. And then it has 2 paper clips in it. Or not paper clips, little small clothespins. It's a light denim and a dark denim. And all I have left to do now is make a dashboard for it and insert some sticky notes. Well, you have a good day. Oh, you changed your name. Okay. Well, you have a good day, Audrey. You have a real good day. Okay, so now for what my sister bought me for my birthday, like I said, I've jumped from project to project, and I've been wanting since the get-go to get into this, but I didn't because I wasn't sure how it was going to work or if I had enough ability in me to do it. But I always wanted a Cricut. So my sister got me one for my birthday. It's a Cricut Expressions 2. So it's not the newest on the market. I think it's been out like for 5 years or something. This one, um, the person who had it, they bought it brand new. So I don't know if they got a good deal on it online or something for it being so old, but they used it one time. And it, if you know anything about crickets, it comes preloaded with 2 cartridges in it. And they had bought another cartridge with just fonts for, to do lettering and stuff. And that extra cartridge and a bunch of vinyl was included in it. And my sister picked it up for me, like I said, and we know the people. And they had bought it and used it one time, literally one time, and that was it. So she got it for me for my birthday, and she paid $100 for it, which I thought was a good deal. And it's a big box, and it's the Cricut Expressions 2. I don't know if y'all can see that. But I'm really excited to get started playing with that. I'm looking forward to it. And that's what she got me for my birthday and what I bought myself. I've been doing videos either on my phone or on my laptop. And I wanted to do like vlogging, and I know you can do it on your phone, but I have so much trouble because I'm new at this. So I bought myself a camcorder, and I got the camcorder, a memory card, and an 8 foot tripod, and a carrying case for the camera, and of course all the cables you need to either like transfer data to your computer or hook it up to the TV. There's phone jacks and everything so you can, watch something on TV and be able to hear it. But this is the one I got. It's called a Khmer. It's a digital video recorder, just a little handheld one. It's got a nice big viewfinder. As you can see, it's coming on right there. And I got this off Amazon, and with the Prime, and because, with the Prime, so there was no shipping or handling, and I ordered it on last week on Thursday and got it Saturday, so it was here in just 2 days. And I think altogether it was like $83. So it's not a very expensive camcorder to come with those other things with it, but because I'm just getting started, I thought it was good enough, for me to get started. So now I can't wait to start doing some vlogging, per se, instead of just sitting down in front of a camera and talking. I can take the camera with me wherever I go and show what I'm up to. So, okay, I've been running my mouth. What's up with everybody today? I see I've got 3 people here, so at least I'm not just talking to myself. As y'all can see, I got a haircut. Got to get that summer cut going on, and I'm not real sure about it yet, but I like short hair for the summer. But I really miss those long bangs on the side. I had gotten used to them, but oh well. It is what it is. So today, what shall we talk about? Anything important? I don't know. Let me get some coffee here. Now you probably think, why is she drinking coffee out of a straw? Because I said, let me get some coffee. It's cold brew, so it's on ice, so that's why it's in a glass out of a straw. I've really been kind of excited. Oh, my dog just scared the hell out of me. She jumped up on me. Oh, say hello to Toodles, everybody. Toodles, say hello to everybody out there. Don't scare Mama like that with jumping up on her. I've been really happy with this so-called truce. I hope it lasts. I don't see it lasting. And this is in the drama community. Not everybody that comes to my channel is in. Aw, she's my baby. She's my baby. Not everybody that comes to this channel is strictly from the drama community, because I do a lot of hauls and Dollar Tree and crafting and everything. But I've just been, she is a cutie. She's my baby. She'll be, let's see, 2 years old on the 20th. She was born 2 days before my birthday 2 years ago. This was my sister's birthday present to me that year. She's my baby. She's spoiled rotten, but she's my baby, and I love her. You want down? Or are you just going to sit there? Anyways, I'm just real happy with this truce because I like to go into different people's live streams and see what's going on. But sometimes you're afraid to say anything because, oh, they're from the porch or they're from MFW's chat or whatever. And it's always a big rigmarole. And usually when I go to a live stream, I don't talk a lot anyways. Oh, you have 2 cats. They're your babies. My niece, she's a travel nurse. She has a Maine Coon cat. And it's a true Maine Coon cat because it's got 6 fingers on each, paw. And that cat is probably about 40 pounds. I mean, it'd take 4 or 5 of no, more than that. Probably close to 10 of my little dog to make that cat. And that's the most laid back cat. She calls it Aslan. And like I said, she's a travel nurse. Wherever she goes, she takes that little doggy right along, or cat right along with her. But back to the drama, I'm not much. Oh, okay. Then it must be, what do they call that? Polydactyl when they have extra toes, isn't that it? Polydactyl, I think. But now I'm not sure. I don't know. I listen to me. I lose my train of thought so easy. I was talking about the, yeah, something like that. I think it's called polydactyl. I think that's it. The drama community, when I go into live streams, I don't usually talk a lot in anybody's live stream. I mostly just sit and listen and watch. And I go into like Pink Poodle Crafts live stream at night. And, she's always crafting, doing something different. And I like to watch that. I learn things in any channel I go to. That's the reason I go to them. Sometimes I learn things I don't want to know, and that's okay. Times I learn things that I do want to know, and that's a good thing too. But I'm just glad that there's a truce. I hope it lasts, but I don't foresee it. Sooner or later, it'll break down. But for the time being, there's a truce, and so I care for. I like that. In my Toodles, let me tell you, she's just the craziest thing. I don't blame you, Buttercups Bunny, because there's just so much fighting back and forth. And like I said, I watch live streams in crafting, and I watch live streams in drama, and I watch comedy live streams. And now I'll probably get hell for this because they call us sheeple instead of people. But I'm a big fan of Shoot the Shit, and I watch them every night. I go to the porch every night and watch Pam and Ricky. And oh, I know, you're right. That's why I don't say a lot because the chat will go so fast, people miss what you say anyway, so I just don't even bother. I can't type that fast. And if I use talk to text on my phone, because I'm usually watching on my phone, if I use talk to text, sometimes I still have to go back and correct what it typed. I guess I speak funny. I don't know. Anyways, but I love live streams. I like going to see what's going on, and like I said, what I can learn. That's a good thing at any rate, as far as I'm concerned. Any day you learn something is a good day. And the reason I don't talk a lot in the live streams is I was brought up, as you can tell, I'm older, in a different time, and you had respect for your elders. And while there's not many out here that are elder than me, I'm elder than everybody else. I was also taught to be polite. Yes, ma'am, and no, sir. And if you didn't have something good to say, don't say anything at all. And sometimes it's really hard to find something positive to say in some streams. So for that reason, I just don't talk a lot. But now here, you see in my stream, I'm just talking 90 to nothing like I got good sense or something. How old are you, Buttercups Bunny? I bet I'm older than you. Or you don't have to tell me. I'll tell you how old I am. In like 2 weeks, I will turn 59. 50 fucking 9 years old. That's ridiculous. You're 145. Well, is that in dog years or what? Because I don't think I've ever met anybody that was 145 before. Oh, in dog years. Okay. Because you can't really be 145. It's got to be dog years. So, I don't even know what that is. 14 divided by 7 would be 221? No. 21 in human years? Something like that. 20 would be 140 and 1 would be 7. 140. So almost 21. Okay, see, 21. You could be my. Oh, I'm fine, Miss Artsy Fartsy. I'm glad you showed up. I started off this video or this live stream showing the uh, things I got for my birthday this month, what I had bought myself and what my sister had bought me. My sister bought me a Cricut 2, Expressions 2. When you were 25, oh my God. Why? Why did she have you ready for that when you were 25? Well, thank you, Miss Artsy Fartsy. And I also bought, that's what my sister got me. And I got myself a new camcorder, and it came with the memory card and the tripod so I can start doing a little bit of vlogging. Don't you just love this new summer top with the cutouts? I don't like to bare my shoulders. She was 4 at the time and thought 25 was old. Yeah, yeah. I got great nieces and nephews that, and great nephews, and they think I'm ancient. And you know, for 50, fixing to be 59, I don't think I look too bad. I don't look too good, but at least I don't look too bad. I don't look too bad. So you were, yeah. Well, happy belated birthday, Mrs. Artsy Fartsy. That's Ms. Artsy Fartsy. That's awesome. Hey, the way I look at it, we're just hitting the stride of our life. 40 used to be middle age, and now 50. I don't look great for 21. Honey, you're 21 or 25. You're very welcome, Miss Artsy Fartsy. I'm fixing to be 59. Now I know no, that's not 21 is not dog years to be 59, but I'm fixing to be 59. But that's okay. I can live with it. I've lived a good long life. I've had a lot of fun. Oh, you're much older than 25 now? Well, how much older are you? You said 145, and I know you're not. Yes, you are correct. We say it how it is. I've done my time. I've worked since I was 14, and I'm retired now. And you're in your 50s now. Well, see, I told you weren't older than me. I told you. I'm getting to be pretty close to the oldest person on YouTube anymore. But that's okay. I know there's some older, but that's okay. But like I said, I worked my whole life since I was 14. A lot of times I worked two jobs, and part of the time I worked two jobs at the same time. And I'm retired now, and I don't care. You know, I retired young enough that I can still do things and travel and go places and have fun. And I did that because I can do that now because I worked so hard when I was younger. Today's generation, you can't even get them to get one job, much less, you know, pick up a part time job along with it or a second full time job. It was that way last night, Ms. Artsy Fartsy, and from what I heard, it was that way all day long yesterday. So I don't know, but that's what I heard. I know they won't keep a job. They they just I don't know. It's just the way we were brought up as opposed to the way that they were brought up, and they weren't brought up the same way. And you know, they look at me now and like, well, how come you don't have to work? Because I worked two jobs my whole life, and it's easier for me because I never had any children. God didn't bless me with any. He blessed my sister with 8 of them, 4 boys and 2 sets of twin girls. You are absolutely correct, Miss Artsy Fartsy. And now I'm guilty of keeping my face stuck in my phone all the time. Yeah, 8 of them. She would have had 9, 3 sets of twins. One would have been a set of twin boys, but that was her first set, and one of them she miscarried one of them. She's been at the same job for 6 years. That is good, and it's like absolutely that's what I'm getting at. I worked my time, and you know, I've been married 3 times, divorced twice, and a widowed once, and never had any kids. I've always helped my sister with her children, what in any way that I could. So, you know, I was always able to save or do the things I wanted to do, go the places I wanted to because I didn't have the expensive children. But at the same time, I worked those two jobs so I could do the things I wanted to. I mean, one job would have paid the bills, but that was all it would have done is paid the bills. I wanted to live too. And now I'm at this stage in my life where, like I said, I go where I want, do what I want, I can buy what I want within reason. Oh, you're not rude, Miss Artsy Fartsy. There's only a few people here, a couple, three, so we're just having a seems like an independent conversation of everybody else. And I don't mean to be that way. I'm just, like I said, running on. I put up a video a little while ago of what I had bought at the Dollar Tree. It was like first part of last week, and I don't know if y'all watch Kathy, Kathy from No Guts No Glory, but she'll go to the Dollar Tree, and then it'll sit in the corner of her room for a week, 2 weeks. That's what I did this time. Usually I get it up within a day, but this time it sat in the corner for like a week and a half before I finally made the video and got it up. But my Dollar Tree doesn't ever really get a lot of the stuff that all the other Dollar Trees do. And I go to like 5 or 6 different area ones and just don't ever find very much. But I still go. It's always the hunt. And like I'm a crafter, I do a lot of crafting. So I find a lot of good things there that I can use in crafting. So that makes it better. That's the one reason why I wanted to get a video camera so that I can start, point the camera down on my cutting mat on my craft table and show the projects I'm working on as I'm working on them. There won't be tutorials. Oh, I know. And Ms. Artsy Fartsy, I've only been doing this a little over a year. A little over a year ago, because I don't crochet, I don't knit, I don't sew, don't do anything like that. I always too busy to do anything like that. So I started seeing some crafting videos on YouTube, and I thought, well, I'm gonna try some of that, and I have, and I've enjoyed it. And my one friend in Texas, Stephanie, she always teases me that I have two hobbies. I think that one of them is crafting, but it's not really, that's not really what it is. That my real hobby is collecting crafting supplies. Now, my sister crochets. Oh my God, she can crochet some of the most beautiful things. And my one niece, her daughter, crochets all the time. Just beautiful. She'll crochet like dolls, not dolls, little newborn dresses with the matching bonnets or whatever, in the real fine lace. She's just amazing what she can do. But not me. I was never crafty, so I started this about a year ago, and God, if I could add up all the money that I have and everything I've bought for crafting, God, I could take a cruise around the world and be gone for 80 days. I know, because I've spent that much. Well, I've tried to learn how to crochet a time or two, and I can't. But what's funny is two of my sister's sons, they can crochet. Not me. This is true. It's kind of scary, to think about that. Get that norovirus, or excuse me, I'm trying to get my chair set. Get the norovirus, or get into waters that the cruise ship might go into waters that where they have pirates and stuff. You never know. I've always wanted to do a cruise, and I have tried for years and years and years to get my sister to go on a cruise with me, and she won't do it because she's not real fond of water. And while you do get some motion, yeah, that's her. She stays on land. While you do get some motion from the ocean moving and everything, it's not. I've been out on, bigger ships, gambling ships, and like, I don't know not really. Well, yeah, that's part of it too, being afraid of the ship sinking. But you don't hear about it that much. I've just always wanted to do a cruise, and she won't do it. She's just not. And it's no fun to go alone, and I don't think I'd want to share the experience with anybody but my sister. We're really close. She's like 2.5 years older than me, and we're really close and always have been. But then she's the one with the 8 kids, But we're just thick as thieves all the time. And I wanted, like I said, have for years have wanted to take her on a cruise because I want to go and she won't go. I'm gonna tell you one time. Oh, we are, and we have been since we were little. Now, let me tell you, we have. I'm not. I'd say in the last 20 years it hasn't happened, but when I was younger and she was younger, we would get mad at each other, and not talk or see each other for a few weeks or something. And even to this day, there'll be things that we don't agree on, but we just agree to disagree and go to bed. And the next morning, she'll come out of her room, I'll come out of my room, we'll meet in the living room for coffee, and everything's okay because at the end of the day, it's just a disagreement about something stupid, So we don't even, but we've always been close. I took her the first time I took her gambling. See, I live in Alabama, so we went over to Mississippi to the Pearl River. Brother, who is still alive, he's the one that had open heart surgery about 2 months ago. He's 56, and then I have an older sister, Gail, who passed away in '89, and then my youngest brother Rex. Hi, Cheryl, how you doing? My youngest brother Rex, he passed away a couple years ago and he would be 54. So there's but right now it's just my older sister and my younger brother. That's all that's left. So I took my sister gambling. Like I said, we went to Pearl River Resort. We were supposed to be there for 2 days and 2 nights. Well, we got checked in to the resort and we went down to the floor to gamble. And we were sitting there, and it wasn't my first time. I've been going to casinos and everything my whole life. And I gave her, this was back before you could really put money or like a debit card or credit card or something into the machines. You just really used quarters. So I had bought a bunch of rolls of quarters to start with and took with us. And I gave her like 8 or 9 rolls of quarters, and we opened them up and put it in the bucket. And so she was sitting there playing. She won $80, and she was ready to get up and go back to the room and actually ready to go home. She couldn't see the sense of throwing money away. It's not about throwing money away or it's not about winning. It's about having fun. And I'm sitting there seriously. We've been on a casino floor for an hour and you're ready to go home. So she just went up to the room and I kept gambling all night long. So the next morning, I told her, I said, okay, I was out the money for the 2 day stay, but that was okay because she wasn't comfortable. She wasn't having fun. So I took her home, but I've never taken her gambling again. No, she doesn't like to play bingo. I love to go to bingo parlors and bingo halls and play bingo. And I had one friend she's passed away now for 2 years. And her and I used to go gambling all the time. We'd go play bingo all the time. She was my gambling buddy. So I haven't really done any of that in the last couple years. I miss it. And see, in Alabama, there are no casinos, there's no lottery, no gambling of any kind. So if I want to play the lottery, I got to go to Georgia or Tennessee or Florida. And if I want to go gambling, I have to go either up into Illinois, yes, or I have to go like down to Mississippi, whether I go to Biloxi or Tunica or Pearl River Resort, any of those, I have to drive to go to gamble. So it's not fun anymore. Used to be fun because there would be somebody go with me and we'd go minimum we would stay would be like 3 days and 3 nights, and we've stayed as long as like 10 days and 10 nights gambling at a resort. And we did that in Tunica because up and down the strip is just kind of like Vegas. It's just nothing but casinos everywhere. And it's kind of like that in Biloxi, but not as much. But in Tunica, I mean, you drive 5 minutes and you've hit 10 different casinos. So we'd go gambling at different casinos every day. We stayed at the Hollywood casino, but we gambled there some, but we'd go other places. But I haven't done it because, my sister doesn't like to do that. So I'm not going to, ask her to go with me. I was in Vegas one time. I was like 20 years old. So, we're talking a long time ago. I had so much fun. Now, I would go back to Vegas in a heartbeat. But now it's not the same as it was. Oh, yeah. You're about to go live. Well, I hope you have a good stream, Audrey. And when I get off of here, if you're still on, I'll come drop in and say hi. My, when I went years ago, it was probably like 78, 79. And it was totally different than it is now. It's more commercialized now, and everything is so much more expensive. Back then, you didn't have to buy tickets to a show. Uh, you stay at a casino and you were automatically comped tickets to the show. Not anymore. Mm-mm. But I'd like to go back. I'd have to have a real big pocket full of money to go. And I just spend too much money. I mean, if I wanted to, yes, they are greedy boogers. You are correct. They're greedy. But that's, it's a tourist town. That's how they make their money. And I understand that, I just don't have to I would, believe me, if I lived in Vegas or lived like outside of Vegas, oh, I would go gambling all the time. Even if I didn't take and spend but $20 a day on the penny machines, I'd go gambling every day. Every day. But I don't have that luxury because I don't live there and I don't live near a casino. Alabama sucks in that respect, They really do suck in that respect. But yeah, so I don't take my sister. She won't go on a cruise. She doesn't like to gamble. She doesn't like to play bingo. So about all her and I get to do together is go shopping. She's like me. She likes to shop. So we do that together and have fun with that. Go out to lunch all the time or supper. We share an apartment. So, because, all her kids are grown and moved away and she's a widow. And I never had any children and I'm a widow. So we just share a two-bedroom apartment. And that way we both have, more disposable income available by sharing all the bills. And for us, it works because we've always been so close. And so it's a good thing for us. But she just, yes, it does work out, Miss Artsy Fartsy. It works out well for us. This is not the first time we've lived together, but always before there usually was children involved, at least one or two kids living at home, but they're all grown and moved out and on their own now. And it's just me and her. So, it's nothing to hop in a car and take a trip to Wisconsin to see my cousin, hop in the car and drive out to New Mexico. She's got three children that live out in New Mexico now around the Carlsbad area. And just hop in the car and go because we, don't have anybody that we are responsible for. So that's a good thing. We do like taking road trips together. First road trip her and I ever took together by ourselves, I was like 18 years old. And it was just me and her. Well, and she had a 3-month-old baby, But that was amazing. And that was the start of our adventures. And neither one of us will hesitate to get behind the wheel and start driving. It doesn't matter. It's like about a 13-hour drive to where we go in Wisconsin, just outside Green Bay, at a place called Butte Wisconsin. And then we go to Carlsbad, and that's about a 22-hour drive. I mean, we'll stop for gas or to eat or something. Yes, yes, young and free. You're right. We'll stop to get gas or to eat or, to stretch our legs, but we just take turns driving, and we just do it nonstop, while one's driving, the other one's napping because we're anxious. We want to get to where we're going so we can have more time there. And so that's the way we do. It's just, I don't know. I remember one time. I don't know how I always get started talking about my memories. I don't always mean to, but it just comes up. I was working. Uh, I was working at a hospital as a medical records transcriptionist, and I was working two jobs part time, and both of them were pretty much like full time, part time. And one of them was at a bar there, on the south side of Chicago. They were looking for another bartender, so I got my sister a job as a bartender there with me. And we just had so much fun. Oh my God, we had so much fun. And we'd get off. The bar would close at 2 o'clock in the morning, and we'd get off and we'd go to a bar that was open to 4 o'clock, and we'd drink and dance and have a good time until her husband got tired of it and he started coming along, and he was an alcoholic, so that was just, a big bummer. So we left him at home. Yes, I'm telling you, I was born and raised in Chicago, and I didn't move to Alabama till I was 24. My parents had retired, and they had already been down here like 2 or 3 years before I finally moved down here. All the rest of my family was already down here, but I wasn't. And I finally moved down here. And I hated Alabama the first year that I was here. The first year that I was here, I went back to Chicago 3 times. And then I didn't go back. Like I said, I moved here in 84. The first year I went back like 3 times. And then I didn't go again until 1989 when my oldest sister passed away. She was still living up north. And I went up there, for the funeral and everything. And just in a matter of like 4 years' time, everything had changed. And I've been down in Alabama so long now, I have no desire to go back. I don't mind driving in a big city. Like for us right here, Birmingham or Huntsville is a big city. People don't like to get on the expressway unless they have to. That's how I learned to drive, was on the expressway, the Dan Ryan, where you got 6 lanes of traffic going each way and nobody's going the speed limit. It's all way faster than that. So that's where I learned to drive. So driving here in the South is no big. I'll drive to Atlanta, drive through Atlanta, no problem. Birmingham, Huntsville, the same thing, because it doesn't bother me. That's how I learned to drive. The same with my sister. Ohio, yeah. It's me. I'll never go back. I don't even want to go back for a visit to see anything. Like I said, if I go north now, it's to Wisconsin to see my cousin, and we just zip right past Chicago on the interstate on the 8094. We just zip right past it. I uh I don't want to ever go back. When I first moved to Alabama, like I said, I missed Chicago and all the nightlife and the things you could do and the places you could go. But, as you get older, you settle down and everything. And for a long time, I was so busy working, like I said, two jobs and everything. So I didn't have the time to take trips up there. And I didn't have anything up there anymore. Like I said, my cousin lives in Wisconsin that we're real close with. But all my family, my brothers and sisters, and my mom and dad were here in the South. So I really had no reason to go to the North, to go back to Chicago. And now I wouldn't do it. But when I was growing up, it was fun as hell. Let me tell you, it was certainly different than growing up in the South, I think. But now my parents were born and raised in the South, and my two oldest sisters were born in Tennessee. And my parents moved up north like in 1957, 1958, before I was born. So I was born up north, and my two brothers were born up north. But because my parents were born and raised in the South, I was raised with Southern tradition. I grew up eating pinto beans, fried potatoes, and cornbread, and to this day, that's the best meal. Yeah, give me some pinto beans, hot butter cornbread, a hunk of onion, and a slice of tomato. That's a meal. Don't need anything else. But well, it's true. Oh my God, it's just true. Now there was a long time growing up, and I'd say probably up into my 30s that I didn't want that kind of food because that's what I grew up on all the time. But then after about my early 30s, mid 30s, I started, that's the kind of food I wanted all the time. And my parents, that's why I was born up with respect for my parents. They raised us in the Southern tradition. Yes, ma'am, and no, sir. And if you didn't have a yes, ma'am, or no, sir, you was liable to get a whooping. And that's back when you still could whoop a kid. And I'm not talking that my parents beat me, you know, mercilessly or anything, but yeah, mama would tell you, go out to the. Okay. Well, thank you again for the happy birthday and take care of your grandson. You have a good day, hon. My mom used to send us out to the backyard. We had mulberry trees in the backyard, and she'd go. You had to go pick your own switch to get a switching with. God help you if she didn't give you switching, and it was. You wait till your daddy gets home, and I tell him you knew you were in for it. Then it was not going to be pretty, but it was going to happen. But like I said, I was brought up in that tradition, and we always came to the South 2 or 3 times a year on vacation because my mama's mom still, was alive at the time, and she was down here. So I knew some of like what it was growing up in the South in a small town. Now maybe growing up like in a place like Atlanta or Birmingham or Huntsville was totally different, but we always were in the little towns. Well, I showed my birthday presents and I've ran my mouth. So I guess it's time to get off of here. I'd like to thank everybody who came back or came stop by and listened to me ramble on and show my new presents. And remember, it's not my circus and they're not my monkeys. Don't let the world get you down. Don't let the drama get you down. Just go on, have a good day. And remember, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. You too, Buttercups Bunny. And thanks again, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye.